Previously on Inside Scoop.
She's just a really hot-headed Karen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get it.
She's just a very negative Nelly.
And we've been around
And it's
people.
hard to be around somebody like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all know those people who are, it's not even glass half empty. It's just, it's empty. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not even,
it's boiled dry.
I don't even like water.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Coupled with Chaos.
Inside Scoop 306. What we got this week? We'll do Last Resort first. Baylen, then Diaries. And then we've got some, I would say, some odd Scoop news.
Yeah.
Just some different things. What happens for us is life happens.
Personal life's a little odd, too.
Very much so. I guess we'll get into that. Personal podcast. But it's just a series of events I think we understand for everybody. We all go through some things. Periods where we're busier than normal, or things are awkward, or not between us. We're not awkward with each other. So that's not that issue. I don't think. We're
never around each other anymore, so we don't have to worry about that.
Not as awkward as it is for the last resort couples.
Yes.
Oh, you know what it's also not like? It's not like Guillermo. Maybe, I don't know if is it like Cara and Guillermo or not. I'm not really sure. I guess we run into each other every now and again. But was this awkward for you, the Guillermo and Cara back and forth? Were you rooting for them?
I understand his hesitation to engage with her in an intimate way, but I mean, clearly the chemistry between them is on fire.
Yeah, you get with some couples where there isn't chemistry, but there's a physical chemistry between the two of them.
Definitely.
And that scene with him in the car as they're driving back, and Rebecca sitting across from him.
Pinned her to the seat. Oh my gosh! I was like, it's getting hot in here.
You could see Rebecca was getting a little warm. Like, hey, what's this about? I'm like,
what am I watching here? What's the rating on this show?
Well, I think, and I'm probably going way off on a tangent, but Pau was so upset about, I don't know, she felt Guillermo was giving her the once-over.
Whatever.
But I'm guessing.
Giving Cara the once-over.
I'm guessing, though, is judging how Pau and Russ are intimately, that maybe Pau would like to get a twice-over by Guillermo after that scene.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. Maybe he would like Guillermo to give lessons.
That's what I mean.
Russ.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit awkward. I guess you turn the lights out. You never know what happens, right? You just do. It'd be like wife swap is what you would do. Wife swap for an evening. I'm guessing, though, a lot of people would be knocking on Guillermo's door.
Yeah.
Right. And judging by a few of our, I guess it's what, Facebook Messenger group. We have a group we have a few of them that go back and forth, but one of them seems to be a little steamier than the others about Guillermo.
I may or may not be involved in that conversation.
Yeah, I am, but am not. I am not ignoring it, but I just want both of you to know. And so I know the other one of you.
Did we make you uncomfortable?
Well, no, but it's there. It's happening. And I'm a third in this group. And so.
Certainly.
I think you guys had said something about Guillermo and Sarper getting into it. And you were very concerned about this because you felt like Guillermo's hands should not be
involved in anything other than caressing.
Oh, you want to get on him for being, I don't want to call it judgy, and I know we've talked about it the last couple of weeks, but you have whatever your moral compass is, and other people can disagree with it one way or another, right? We're all a product of how we were raised and what our thoughts are. but
life experiences.
Yeah,
and
whatever they are, they're all different. And I think we kind of get some of that even from Shekinah about her wilderness camp training stuff. And you go, guess what? Maybe I understand a little bit about what makes Shekinah tick. Look at how she was brought up. Mm-hmm. And so we're all a product of where we are. And you'd like to think that all of us can, I don't know, overcome, or maybe it doesn't need to be overcome. I don't want to say your upbringing was improper in some way, but this is just where your foundation is. Mm-hmm. And so Guillermo's at this point with Cara, and it doesn't end, but I think you get a couple of drinks in him and things loosen up a little bit. He feels and seems like a pretty fun guy.
Yeah, and she said, Club Guillermo is the one she fell in love with.
But
and
she
said, you never know how much of that you're going to get when you're out with Guillermo.
Because there's still, though, he's turned into Dad Guillermo. And
exactly.
And we are not, I don't think you ever, I'm not sure there was ever Club Steve. I'm not sure that existed.
No.
I think I've just always been
Steve.
I've always just been Steve for a long time. Long before. So I don't know that I was ever that guy. I've always been uncomfortable in those public situations. Mm-hmm. But
I went to bars with friends and stuff. I played foosball, had a couple of drinks, but I wasn't into the club scene. I never ever went to a club. Yeah, they seemed like the type that would.
Yeah, I didn't know where the clubs were, and so with them being in Virginia, evidently Cara knows. And
we had them at the oceanfront. There were places you go.
Feels like those are bars.
Yes, but more of a social club, like dance floor kind of thing, as opposed to just a bar.
You know what I think of when I think of dance? I think of like sweaty Tony.
Yeah,
this is what I think
gross.
About. Yeah, it makes me. It's like ugh. What's that smell? It's like ugh. So
I wasn't in a bar to be like bodily close to anyone, but that's what you go to a club for. Yeah,
it would make me uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But were you surprised then when we got back to the hotel and Guillermo left the room?
No, and this is what I was getting to. Clearly, they have this chemistry between them. They're very attracted to each other. But I wholly, 100% from my inside gut, respect Guillermo for not engaging in the carnal side of their relationship when the rest of their relationship is on ice. I think Cara was hoping some action would happen because it would make them closer and draw them back to something else. But that's not the way you fix problems. It is important to stay connected, but they've already been completely separated, living apart, and have been with other people. So I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, this isn't
being intimate is going to, draw them closer. They have to get to a point where they can communicate and really hear and see each other's perspective and have some kind of level of compromise. And they don't have that right now.
It would just mask it.
Yeah, there's no place in this relationship right now for a physical relationship. So I wholeheartedly support and respect Guillermo for not caving to physical desire and, maintaining clarity in where their relationship stands, because it would cloud things. And I'm glad to see that he thought about that and was conscious of it and had enough self-control to walk away.
And do you think Cara's just not there yet? Just to see it.
Where?
Just at that same point where she sees that.
No, I think she knows that, but I think she's hoping he'll give in, to speed up the process. She wants a quick fix and then hope things get better. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that I don't support couples separating like this and living apart and seeing other people and all that while they're married. So I never would have encouraged that they had split in the first place. They should have stayed in the home together and tried to work things out. And they really shouldn't have been even sleeping apart. I mean, obviously, he has some level of self-control. They could have stayed in the same bed and not been intimate if that was what they decided to do, but still had some level of closeness, because the bond is important in a marriage. But because they chose to do that, and they've been separated for quite a while, at least a year that I know of at this point, I think that they've already made the divide even larger. And obviously they have, because they've been intimate with other people. I mean, this marriage is broken, I think, irretrievably.
You don't think there's anything she can do? I think it would have to probably, for him, come with just a massive apology. But that would take an epiphany on her part.
Not even an apology. I think it would be, for her, a total shift in her thinking, because she still just is not seeing why this is a problem. And this is a fundamental character difference in the two of them.
I think that's what I was getting at, and I'm not sure she's ever going to be there. Right, exactly. I think fundamentally these two aren't on the same line.
Yeah, they're not matching. And this is, again, she either was already pregnant or got pregnant right away. This is I know it was an oops. They did not plan it either way. Mm-hmm. And so, I see this was a big shift in their relationship. I don't think that she was ready to be a parent, clearly, because she still has this great desire to go out and party and be out all night and be out with friends and drinking and dancing and whatever. And so, not that you can't do that, but I mean, they should be doing that together, not separately. This is how problems happen.
And it's a big problem. She says when they're talking, they're out with Russ and Powell walking in the wilderness, and he kind of said that even kissing her was a mistake. And it felt like, this kind of got to her.
She took that personally, but I knew what he meant, and it's exactly why he left the room.
Mm-hmm. It takes some willpower.
It does.
I was a little upset with him because I felt like this was a healing moment, and he brought up the online content before he left the room, and I felt like maybe this wasn't a time. It felt like more of a dagger as he was leaving.
Well, I think she asked him about Stan, and so he, made it clear that's why he was leaving, mm-hmm. that this was not a good idea.
Yeah.
Because the major issue between them is still there, and nothing about it has changed. Mm-hmm. No amount of talking or therapy has shifted where they're at, because the same issue is still there.
Yeah, I agree. How about Sarper? I think look, Sarper and Shekinah are what they are, but I thought mm-hmm. Sarper said it pretty well. Like, I don't agree with what Shekinah said. But I am all in with her, and mm-hmm. I'm going to defend her. I wish she wouldn't have said it, and I don't want this to come up anymore, but mm-hmm. here I am, and this is all awkward. Obviously, there was a big to-do outside, and Guillermo came outside and at least attempted to escalate things. And this was, how last week ended going into this week. And mm-hmm. I felt... I'm not being in this situation where I have a spouse. If we worked together, I have a feeling the roles would be reversed, and you would have to how Steve is. It would be. I feel like this is the scenario. It's not like, I can't imagine it's the opposite way. For you, but for me, it would be. Steve's just like that. We just deal with that, and I don't condone it, but this is just how he is. I feel like this is where I put it there, and obviously I don't think I'm super offensive to people in that respect. And she said some things that were way out of line about going totally back to your own country.
Inexcusable. Yeah, that's so wrong. Everything about that is wrong.
So I alluded to it earlier about her upbringing, and obviously it was, I would say, extremely conservative. and these
Right.
wilderness things that she had done had probably been borderline brainwashing that she has been in. And I don't know how you come out of that. We'd all like to think that just one day, you know, you are awakened and go, you know, everything that I knew was wrong or different, and I'm just different now. But I don't. She's programmed this way. I don't know that there's any
Right.
difference from her. And then, what do you expect out of somebody when this is their upbringing? Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to excuse it, but where are we? And if we're going to say that people are, I don't know. I don't want to say damaged by their parents or by the environment that they've been around. You know, at what point do you go, they should just be better than this? They got to fix it. And I don't know where that's at, because like we said before, we're all a product of our upbringing.
Right.
I don't think you just get an epiphany and you go, hey, everything's bad that I was a part of. I just don't know. So I'm not sure. I'm definitely not trying to excuse her for her behavior and what she's done and the things that she said, but she surely has no empathy for anybody.
No, she does not. No, clearly.
And I'm not sure what.
Very all about herself.
Yeah, I don't know what's again, not knowing her whole background, but it sounded like she was in some brainwashing wilderness camp for a lot of her time. And look, what is she? I'm not trying to equate what she's done with her daughter, but her daughter she'd sent off to boarding school
Yeah, she
also.
did.
And so
that was messed up. That struck me the wrong way.
Yeah, it did, and that's just us. But if this is how she was raised, this is the normal thing that happens. So I don't know if it's her narcissism or if it's her upbringing. I don't know where the line is, but it makes me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Everything makes you uncomfortable. That's a word you use a lot around this show.
Well, you've been around me for 31 years. Am I ever really
You're
comfortable?
always uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm never.
Right.
I'm never comfortable. I'm in a constant state of being uncomfortable. When am I comfortable? Yeah, see, that's what I'm
sleeping.
saying. Yeah, I don't even do that well. You know. So, how about them being out in the woods? This is an odd thing. I think they try to make it seem like in this week that they're just out like alone. Like the show alone.
I think so.
But they're not, because they're just walking to a place and they're all going to camp together. So they just
Right.
have different paths that they have to do to get there. But what I did discover today is that there's a new, I've spent a lot of time alone this weekend just with what we've had going on, and I discovered there's a new season of Alone that I've missed like 4 episodes of.
Oh.
You know, I love the show.
Something else to distract you from keeping up with these shows.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, I'm all cut up, so it's just
We
that.
didn't even get to watch our show this weekend.
We've seen...
I may have to finish it without you.
No, I don't know. We did it all week. So part of the reason why I think we're behind is because let's be full disclosure, through HBO Max, we've just dove into The Pit.
Mm-hmm. Excellent show.
And it's into season 2. And wow, it's a good show.
Heavy show. Yeah,
it's
very
just
good.
really good. And so what happened,
Deep.
it felt like somewhere around Tuesday this happened, in that it encompassed our during the week life. I came home from, it felt like I came home from work and you were just kind of sitting in the back room with the remote in your hand, ready to start it. Like,
what it was I'm like, gosh, I can't wait anymore. I'm going to start it. And then about 5 minutes in, you'd come in the door and I go, oh, look, I got our show ready.
we had this about, I remember this was back in Virginia. Remember we had the, I think it was it was a Netflix thing, and we were watching it, and it's what started well, I didn't wait. I went and binged the whole thing. I forget which documentary it was, but it was a multi-part one where like a female salesman came to the door and she ended up getting killed. I forget what it was.
Oh,
but
yes. I know what you're talking about.
yes, it's that.
The guy was wrongly convicted the first time, but then he actually did kill somebody when he got out.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, he already served time. And it was a whole thing.
And you went and watched that. And I didn't see
Making of
the
a
end.
Murderer.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. And so I never got to see the end of it because I found
Look
out
at
that you
My
watched
brain
it.
actually works.
That would have been at least 11 years ago.
Wow.
Surely.
Seems like yesterday. That was an incredible
I
story.
remember where I was standing when you told me that you watched the end of it. It was like a betrayal. Maybe it ended. It changed things. I mean, it's not like you're putting pictures of your butthole online or anything like that. But it's close, I guess.
Oh, that's funny.
It's different. A lot different. It didn't cause a separation for us.
No, it did not.
But it moved us to different TV viewing. Like, okay.
Yeah.
That's that. But they're out in the woods.
You and your busy life.
Yeah. If we had, what would happen if we were outside? If this was us and we're out in the wilderness and we have to do this? I feel like you're Jenny in this scenario. And full disclosure, Jenny said she was not diagnosed when this whole thing went down.
Mm-hmm, right. It was while they were there that they noticed it had gotten worse and decided to get her checked out while she was here.
So I think, going backwards, if you don't know about her diagnosis, probably do some research. We won't get into that. We've done that on Inside Scoop previously, but she was not diagnosed at the time. So we kind of feel for her during all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what if us? What would we do? I think for us, if we were in this scenario, what would happen is if we were like trapped outside, like we're in the wilderness, I don't know how this would happen, because you would never be more than, I think, a quarter mile away from a vehicle.
A teapot. I mean, let's be honest.
Right. Well, the stuff they're having them pick out of this stack to get, it's not like the alone stuff, like a bow and arrow or
right. I would
a
also
ferro
have gone
rod.
for the portable toilet, just for the record.
Yeah. No, I think you're fully capable. You would not have gone for the portable toilet. You would have gone, this has been a lot to carry. I could go in the woods if I had to. You'd probably want some toilet paper.
It'd be tempting to have a portable toilet.
Yeah, but it's all getting to the other end.
Actually, I eyed the peanut butter and the lighter.
They're not making a fire. They're just
would be
walking.
practical items.
They're just walking somewhere. I think about this alone
Well, they make
episodes.
it sound like they're going to be camping at some point.
Yeah, but there's a whole TV crew in the tent, and so it's not all that. I can't imagine it's all that bad. But my alone training would get me. Nobody wins alone without a ferro rod, and you got to get a ferro rod. And I watched this one, and American Dudes. This one's like a world competition, and the American dude goes in and says, America, I want to show America's the best, and then he drops his ferro rod in the fire. It's like, Season 1, Episode 1, I think a dude lost his ferro rod and then called out. So you got to keep your ferro rod. And when you're alone in the woods, take a ferro rod with you and tie it to your belt. This is what you do. What would we do outside? I think we just set you in one place. I would go for help and then have them, like, this is where Kelly's at. We have to go get her. She can't walk.
At this point in my life, yes, I cannot walk. I'm probably going to twist my ankle in a hole or step on a stick and fall down, because that's about how I am now these days. So
yeah, so that's what it would be. I would take the ferro rod. I'd find you. I'd put you near some water. Oh, you'd surely have some tea bags stashed with you. And so we'd boil water, and you'd have some tea. You'd sit and have tea until I could bring help to you.
Yeah, how come cashew milk wasn't one of the items? I need my tea.
Yeah, but you'd be fine. If you just had to have tea without milk, you could do this.
Yeah.
You'd be fine. You'd get through there. We'll talk when we come back. Baylen Out Loud. And I think we've got some Courtney marriage stuff in Diaries that we're talking about. So all that and Scoop News when we come back.
Thank you for listening.
You can listen to the rest of this episode
by subscribing to our Coupled with Chaos channel on Apple.
by subscribing to our Patreon.
or by subscribing to our Supercast,
for $3.99 a month.
where you can hear us talk about reality shows,
Real life, and more on our podcasts.
covering shows airing on TLC, A&E, Bravo, and the WE Network.
Just follow the instructions in the show notes
Tell your friends about this podcast.
and rate and review us on your favorite podcast player.
Follow us at Coupled with Chaos on all the socials.
Or contact us directly by email at coupledwithchaos@gmail.com.